Breaking news. Federal High Court in Abuja strikes out case against 29-year-old pharmacist Solomon Akuma, arrested for tweeting whatever you want to call it, brattle against President Muhammadu Buhari. So this is what is happening right now. Because he tweeted something that is against Buhari, guess what? He has been in prison. I mean, they've held him because he tweeted something against Buhari. He's a pharmacist. Somehow, somebody got to know he was the one that tweeted such and such. And as we speak, he has been in prison. And today, the Federal High Court in Abuja had to look into the case. And to be quite candid, there are a lot of things going on in this country that doesn't make sense. When has freedom of speech become a crime? Whatever he tweeted against Buhari is his personal opinion. Does it change Buhari from who he is? Does it turn Buhari from black to white or from white to black? Does it make Buhari insane, or does it, what does it really do that this man had to be in prison? And, after all this time, after all this, Buhari had to now, they had to put him in prison. Thank God for the judge who looked at it and said these are arrant nonsense and should never be considered and should never be looked at. And immediately, striked out the case. As we speak, Solomon is now a free man. What kind of nonsense is this? Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time. A court judge, Folashade Giwa, while ruling on the matter on Monday, struck out case on the ground that it was defective. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has struck out a court case against a 29-year-old pharmacist, Solomon Akume, who tweeted that he would pay a Russian spy to kill President Buhari and his former chief of staff, the late Abba Kyari. The trial judge, Folashade Giwa, while ruling on the matter on Monday, struck out the case on the ground that it has no basis. The judge said there was no valid charge before the court, that the matter was diligently prosecuted or executed. She said the case filed would be returned to the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, in the Office of Attorney General of the Federation for further actions. The judge added that the judgment does not give protection to the defendant from future investigation. The defense counsel, Emmanuel, prayed the court to discharge the defendant, who had been in correction center since then. Emmanuel said his client should be released since the matter has been struck out. The judge therefore asked the defendant counsel to make a formal application for that effect. Akumi was adopted and had been detained in the Force Criminal Investigation Department, Abuja, for over 11 months for tweeting against Buhari. Activists, lawyer, and civil societal group have condemned Akumi's continuous detention and called for his release, saying he did not commit any crime that warrants such a punishment for him to be unduly kept in prison. Akumi tweets were in response to a tweet post asking respondents what their next move will be if they get $1 million. Akumi Akume's father, Emmanuel Akume, has directed that the police order his son be released. And this is what is happening currently right now, if you ask me. A young man tweeted against Buhari, and the tweet has landed him over 3 months. He has been in police custody for over 3 months. For over 3 months. He has been in police custody, you know this is rather very, very unfair. What exactly is his crime, and why should he be kept in prison? He has been there for over 11 months. For over 11 months. This is very unfortunate. Nigeria, there is no more freedom of speech. You speak, you see yourself in prison, or better still, whatever happens, you bear the brunt. So these are part of things that are going on, and Nigerians are just watching in disbelief, how things have turned. How things have turned. This is rather bringing, bringing a very dark side of the government. This is making things very, very uncontrollable. Yeah, where the government is taking a ride on the people. And it's sad that the nations of the world who hear these cases and know these things that should bring, some form of truth and hope into this matter, say nothing, do nothing and keep quiet and do nothing about it. And, they talk political talk and forget that the people are suffering and the people are really suffering. We can't continue to behave in such a way. We can't continue to behave in such a manner. This is rather very unfortunate. Sadly, these are the things we're experiencing. This is what is happening. Nigerians, we cannot, we have to speak out. So for tweeting, this guy has been in prison for over 11 months with those who stole, those who killed, those who committed all forms of crime and atrocity. And everybody keeps quiet. People have condemned it. People have continued to speak against it, that this was rather unfair, but it's happening. It is really happening. So what do we do? How do we sort out this issue? What do we do? It's clear that there is oppression in Nigeria. It's clear. It's clear, So this is what is happening, and we all must, must get in and rather defend those. There are so many people in prison, so many people in different places, so many people incarcerated, so many people in different, situations that cannot even really speak. There's so many people that are doing different things and nobody can really, stand up for their defense. This is what is going on. This is what is happening. Listen, guys, a clear indication shows to everyone that we cannot continue, to pretend and act as if we don't know all these things that are going on. It's wrong. It's wrong. You see, Nigerians, every one of us must speak the truth without fear or favor. Every one of us must be honest. Every one of us must, let it known that we are being oppressed, that we are being treated as people who have no voice. It is a shame, for tweeting. This guy is rather in trouble. It is a shame, you see, a big one at that. Leave us a comment. We would love to hear from you. Please do not forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Remember, you have a voice. Do let it count. God bless you. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. From now, it's bye for us, from us.